One of the biggest mistakes in recovery from any chronic fatigue condition is thinking your symptoms are telling you what to do physically. They're not. Have you ever tried to do a little more because it felt like the right thing and your symptoms actually got worse? There's a reason for that, and it's not what most people think. Let's have a look at what I think is actually going on here. Symptoms are not instructions, they're signals, what I used to call messages, that something in the body hasn't been responded to. Thankfully, the body only has a small number of these. Anger, grief, lack of fulfillment or boredom, and very rarely fear or request for missing information. These create activation, as I've discussed in previous videos. But let me slow this down, walk you through it. Imagine you're sitting or lying down. There's that familiar feeling, heavy, flat, sometimes crushing fatigue, and also a restlessness, something isn't right. That's activation. And it's often due to lack of fulfillment, body boredom. Now the mind comes in, and it often doesn't just come from nowhere. It's built from everything you've heard or been told. Recovery videos, advice online, well-meaning pacing guidance. So the thoughts sound very, very reasonable. I should try and build this up slowly. I need to expand my baseline. Just do a little bit more each day, or even other people recover by pushing through this stage. But in this moment, it's still a thought, and it doesn't match the underlying feeling creating the activation of your system. It's not a response to the feeling of boredom. So let's come back to the body. What is this asking for? Not what should I do? What's missing? Often it's very simple. There's a lack of aliveness. I feel stuck. Nothing is giving me any life in this moment. That's lack of fulfillment. So we respond to that. Bring in something with even a little aliveness, a small movement, a different space, something that engages you slightly, and stay with it until the feeling changes. At some point, there's a shift, a bit more ease, slight feeling of a bit more life, less symptoms. That tells you that you've responded to the feeling and not the thought. And then it can start to get simpler. When the signal comes back of body boredom, respond again. Respond because you're bored until you're not. And when it returns, respond again. And something starts to happen. Each time you respond, the system settles a little bit more. There's gradually more capacity. And doing more starts to happen naturally, not because you're pushing, but because there's more aliveness. Now let's compare that to walking around the room because you think you should. The feeling hasn't changed, still unfulfilling and boring. So the activation phase stays, or indeed increases, and therefore so do the symptoms. So again, to summarize, symptoms are not telling you to rest, and they're not telling you to push. Symptoms are asking you to feel and respond, not think and act. And when you begin to respond, that's when real changes begin. If this resonates with you, then there's more details below about Mickel therapy. And if you'd like to follow this work, then you're very welcome to subscribe. Please. See you next video. Bye-bye.